one of the things that's happened is that we've talked about this in our previous conversation of sort of the elision or the erasure of the commons, but as part of that, a shift of our community from a community that's boundary is defined by what I'll call real relationships of care to a community whose boundary is defined by shared narrative. Right, exactly. That's how that shit's been playing out.
Boom. Oh, all right. I like that.
And what we are, of course, proposing is like that second move has got all kinds of problems built in, not the least of which is communities composed of shared narrative have a really bad habit of slaughtering each other in absolute catastrophe.
Yeah.
I mean, communities composed of boundaries of care also are engaged in conflicts, but it's not like ideological totalizing war of the same sort. And we're proposing is that there's a move, right, or in some sense a higher octave return to recohering fellowship, right, where one big part of fellowship is in fact recovering community that is composed of relationships of care. And think about that from the simple point of like point of view or perspective, right? Things that you contain as ideas and thoughts, right?
Yep.
We live in this world right now where because we've come so far away, like nobody has any friends that are real. Everybody has friends that are shared, like they have shared perspectives, which means, of course, is that as a particular boundary of shared perspective starts to migrate, you're either going to be a scapegoat and kicked out, or you have to continue to update and change your ideological commitments to keep track of the community because you have got nowhere else to go. Yep. If you actually are able to reground people in a community of care for each other as unique selves, right, Greg, the point of like not having influence, but actually being in deep relationship of authentic self, then the content of your particular perspectives is actually, the whole point is in some sense simultaneously not that relevant and super beautiful. Like, oh, cool. Like, I know you as a person. I care for you as a person. I'm in a relationship with you as a person. And therefore, on the one hand, you are absolutely able to hold opinions and perspectives that are very different than mine. That's a creative opportunity for us both to get deeper insight into how we came across those, which may in fact be shadow on my part, or maybe insight, or some weird combination of the two. And we're not going to, it doesn't create conflict, right? It creates generativity. And so you get this higher octave that actually is the answer to the problem that is being pointed at by the phrase diversity and inclusion, right? This is the real thing, right? This is real diversity, real inclusion, and an ideological simulacrum that is in fact, as you said, was a monoculture endeavoring to sort of simulate the thing. In fact, to take us further and further away from it.